How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. Tesla just did it. They just did something really interesting with their Bitcoin. They moved all of it. Okay, we're going to talk about that. Whether they're buying, selling, holding, what the heck are they doing? We also have some interesting things happening in the market. If you don't mind, hit subscribe, turn on the bell notification underneath the video so you can see future videos just like this. Also, there's going to be a link underneath the video to Margex. You can sign up, start depositing, get set up in just a few minutes without KYC. You don't need a VPN. You can also see we just got rejected by this trend line that we have been facing for 9 months now. We've been rejected by it 5 or 6 times now. But did we go straight down? No, we're starting to consolidate right below it. I have been saying for a long time, I'm quite bullish on this market. If you want to place long positions or if you want to short the market, you think, hey, we fell down the last 5 times, 6 times that we've hit this line. I think we're going to fall down again. If you're saying that, you can go short this market over on Margex. You can long it on Margex. So definitely check this link out underneath the video. And let's get started. Of course, we do not know the inflows yet from the ETFs. We are waiting on that. But we had massive inflows the last 2 trading days. It seems like we have a good amount of volume too today. IBIT with 2 billion in volume, FBTC with 379 million, GBTC 219. Still waiting for those to come in, but they have been relentlessly buying Bitcoin recently. You know who's making the big splash tonight though is Tesla. Tesla moved over 760 million Bitcoin. And now has zero Bitcoin. Now, what are they doing? Well, some people are saying they moved it in an OTC trade. They're selling it. You can see here, Peter Schiff says, are laser eyes a thing again? The people that are bullish on Bitcoin says, my 2 cents, Elon is about to start stacking again. British Huddle says, researching this Tesla moving 500 million of Bitcoin news over the last 30 minutes, I think Elon is about to start buying Bitcoin again. Okay. Interesting. I mean, we have heard them also say before that once Bitcoin mining becomes, I think it was 50% clean, that they would start accepting Bitcoin as payment again. Maybe they're just diversifying to more wallets. Maybe they're moving. Maybe they're buying more. Maybe they're getting a new custodian. Who knows what's happening right now? But we know that a couple of years ago, Tesla did sell some Bitcoin. That was about 2 years ago. That was during the bear market. That was also when we saw a financial contraction. Now we're seeing the opposite. I mean, of course, I don't know what Elon's plans are for the next year or two capital-wise, but they seem to be fairly well capitalized. Let's actually pull up their balance sheet. We also know that there's going to be more money printing, right? That was one of the reasons that they got into Bitcoin in the first place, just like everyone. You realize that there's just a lot of misuse and there's a lot of government inefficiency. You can see here cash 31 billion, debt 5.3 billion, capital lease 4.17 billion for Tesla. Do they need the cash? I don't think so. Doesn't seem to me like they really need the cash of the 750 million that they have in digital assets at a $700 billion market cap, right? That's 0.1% of the market cap. So I don't think they're selling it right now. I could always be wrong. We are up a lot on Bitcoin. But if I had to guess, I'd think more that they're buying Bitcoin or that they're going to start accepting it rather than they're selling it. There's no immediate need for the cash. And as a wealthy individual or a well-capitalized company, if you've already done something difficult like buying Bitcoin, why would you sell at a time like this where we're barely hitting all-time highs and you're just going to alienate a lot of people that would possibly buy your cars here soon? I think a lot of people would be pissed off at that. Now, I could always be wrong, right? They can do whatever they want. They bought, they can sell, to be clear. Though I do think there's going to be some clarification on this very soon. Keep in mind, Tesla earnings are 1 week from tomorrow. So who knows what's happened here recently? Maybe they've been buying. Maybe they are doing something new with crypto. I'm sure that people will be asking about this. Maybe Elon will even respond on Twitter. Who knows? But it is interesting. Let me know your thoughts on this down below in the comment section. Do you think he's buying, holding, selling? Let me know down there. But if they start accepting Bitcoin again, I think it's going to be quite good for the price. I mean, last time Tesla started accepting Bitcoin and bought some Bitcoin, the price of Bitcoin shot up. A lot of people have been thinking that was going to happen here relatively soon, again, with fiscal policy where it is, and also with the change in mining just moving more renewable. A lot of people have thought that this is bound to happen. Now, is this going to push us up to 100,000 tomorrow? No, I don't think so. But I wouldn't be surprised if this news, if they are buying a bit or if they are, accepting as payment or something, if that pushed us over this trend line, I would not be surprised. Also, I just published a video just a little while ago how Michael Saylor just said that everything changed. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. But he's saying that everything is changing in January. And he gives some reasons why companies will be much more likely to buy something like Bitcoin in January and after compared to where we're at now. A lot of people are wondering, well, why isn't Michael Saylor or why after Michael Saylor has laid out this Bitcoin playbook and done so well, they've had returns of 1,600% while Nvidia's at 1,100% for the last 4 years. Why aren't more companies doing that? Like, if it's working so well, why aren't more companies doing it? And part of that is explained in that video. But this is an exciting time. I mean, this is the time when we trend sideways, but we're obviously in a bull market when it's obvious that liquidity is getting better, that financial conditions are going to loosen a bit when rates are coming down. This is the time that you take advantage of dips. I realize that people, even today, people are saying, oh, you called the top or something, because I made a video at 68,000 saying, we could get rejected and then, break back out. But when you zoom out, who cares if you buy at 68 or 66 or 65, on a certain day? It doesn't matter. Zoom out. If we just do 2x what we did in the previous cycle, which the cycle before that we did 3.5x, and then FTX kind of blew up and screwed everything up, in my opinion. They suppressed the price and all that kind of stuff. If we just did a 2x from the previous all-time high of 69,000, that puts us up at 140. So again, if you're looking at just this chart, if you buy here or here, we're going up here. We're moving up to this area up here. I'm not saying necessarily that we will get up to 140, but I just wouldn't be too in the weeds. Of course, if you're trading, that's a little bit different. You have to be a little bit more price sensitive depending on what kind of leverage you're using. Again, if you do want to leverage trade, there is a link to Margex underneath the video. I've been screaming from the rooftop since before even we moved up after the ETFs. I've been screaming hey, I'm leverage trading. I think this makes sense from a risk-adjusted return if you do it right. And then on the dips here, we've been buying as well. So definitely check that out underneath the video. Let me know your thoughts on Elon and Tesla. Just to be clear, anyone that's asking, hey, what did they just do? They moved all their Bitcoin. We don't really know why yet, but it'll probably be pretty clear to us in the next week or 8 days. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. I'll see you all in the next one.